Good morning, everybody. How we
Howdy.
doing?
What's up?
Not too much. What's up with you?
Chilling. Hanging with the dog.
Excellent. I'm nice and fresh. Just got back from the dentist.
Ooh. Got some healthy teeth there.
I am one of the people that enjoys the dentist.
Enjoy. I think I'm neutral.
I really don't mind like the cleaning. I love the way it feels after, so
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
the secret is you got to get the Cavitron.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool.
The Cavitron is like
dangerous.
the ultrasonic water cleaner thing.
Oh, cool.
So like instead of having your teeth scraped with like a hook, you just get like a nice clean shot of water.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
The
The
Cavitron.
future is now.
Actually, this reminds me, I'm gonna try to find a Cavitron t-shirt.
You're a super fan.
So you are a real fan, yeah.
Yes, I am not joking. I love the dentist.
Maybe a second career for you.
Like the pulling teeth part.
Yeah, maybe that part isn't as fun. You could be a Cavitron engineer. How about that?
I could be Cavitron spokesperson.
Good idea. You can have a whole set.
Like give out extra teeth as freebies.
Extra teeth. Where are you gonna get those? I don't know if this is
get a whole second row.
Like a shark.
Now you can Cavitron more.
That's right. All right, it's 3 past. Clock's ticking. Laura, I think you have. I think you're very dominant on the agenda today. Why don't you? I know you've got a deck. Let me make sure you can share.
I don't have a deck today, actually, but I will share the notes. I know. What am I doing?
I don't even know. They changed this app. Oh, it's because I'm probably not. Oh, okay. Sign in as host. I'm the host with the most. Oh, no, I didn't want that. All right. Cool. All right. I am the host. Screen share is enabled. Take it away, Laura.
All right. I think you all see the notes here. And I feel like I'm kind of laggy, so sorry in advance if I talk over somebody by accident. But wanted to give a few updates on the multi-cluster DNS and cluster property, as always. So multi-cluster DNS, we talked about this a little bit ago at our last meeting in end of August, but have been discussing on the PR with SIG Network. Last time I had mentioned that we are discussing PTR records and specifically. So we talked about it then, but just confirming that we're going forward with not requiring PTR records for multi-cluster DNS. The other thing that's the other top theme kind of coming off of that PR right now is also some scale concerns. So possibly multi-cluster DNS records could be really big, full of many IPs. So there is some limits that we generally know about. So there's some conversation going on there about sort of what our obligation is to have those limits explicitly laid out or mentioned or caveated or have automated scale tests or, what the gamut is for that. So that's being discussed over there. I'm definitely feeling a caveat needs to go on it somewhere about what your DNS server actually needs to be if you're going to have like a huge cluster set. And the other thing is I'm still looking for collabs for a core DNS plugin. I have heard from a couple people and we're not super organized yet, but I do want to be more organized about that. This is to make a reference implementation for MCS DNS. This is one of the blockers for the MCS API. So if you're interested, let me know. You can just DM me on Slack or send a carrier pigeon or whatever you want.
Send a couple teeth.
Send a couple teeth. I will be giving them to Paul for his future project. But it really all helps SIG Multicluster. So yeah. And then for cluster property. So
can I just interject really quick? We're calling it bicuspids for clusters.
Okay. Yeah, that actually sounds pretty good. Yeah. I don't think we need to workshop that any one bit more. Okay, so pausing for teeth or multi-cluster DNS update related comments. Cool. Okay, I just know I have a little lag here, so I don't want to talk over anybody. All right, cluster property. So last we talked back on June 8th, there's an effort underway as a spinoff from SIG Arch to propose or design some better CRD bootstrapping. And even more historically, there's this to CRD or not to CRD section in the cluster ID KEP. But we considered this effort to be a strong signal for us, SIG Multicluster, be comfortable deciding that cluster property should be a CRD. Because if there's future good CRD bootstrapping, we're cool being a CRD. However, I'm pretty sure that effort has gotten stuck. I've been pinging a little bit off and on the past couple of months, really, but there hasn't been a ton of effort forward. For me, I think it's good to keep continuing on the path of cluster property should be a CRD, even without any known plans or proposals of improved bootstrapping, and not to get super too sidetracked by that. But I know that this has some different opinions we talked about a couple of times. So I just wanted to bring up that this is where it's kind of landed right now. And I see Paul has a hand, so I will call on Paul.
Yeah, I personally think it makes a lot of sense to continue with it as a CRD. I am not especially surprised at the idea that maybe the effort may have gotten stuck. I think that we can talk offline about can we do anything to help unstick that? But I personally always expected that to be a longer arc than much longer arc than it would be to just write down cluster property CRD. So I don't think the equation changes much for me. EOF.
Yeah, big
cool.
plus
Jeremy, go ahead.
Yeah, really big plus one to that. I think getting it in KK is, we've had a lot of friction. I think CRD is great. We can move forward with it. It solves a lot of problems right now. And presumably there will at some point be a better bootstrapping mechanism for CRDs as we move more things to CRDs. I don't know that it makes sense for this to be the effort that drives that.
Yeah. There are other use cases that are much higher gravity for CRDs and KK, I think. So
right.
we don't need to block on that. Or
also, we'll be a much better driver when we have more usage, right? If people are relying on cluster property and the cluster ID to do things, and we have a whole bunch of folks in the community saying, hey, this is really critical. This needs to be bootstrapped with my cluster. Then that would then make us a good driver. Right now, we're driving on theory. So I like this.
Cool. Gotcha. Yeah, I think this isn't too materially a deviation of what we talked about before, but I just wanted to give the update and open the floor a little bit again. Cool. Well, other than that, I did want to say thank you to everybody who came for Stephen and I's recording a couple of weeks ago. We got that all edited and submitted. KubeCon is going to be the bomb for MCS API. So, yay. And I think that's pretty much all of my updates, unless anyone has anything else on their mind.
No, I think that was super efficient.
I would expect nothing less from Laura.
I apologize for my lack of slides. I'll make sure to always have them in my back pocket.
We like your slides, Laura.
Good, good. And my diagrams of squares with other squares in them. Always good.
Those are some of my favorite diagrams. Ones with squares next to other squares. That way they're not lonely.
I know, it's very similar to teeth, right, Paul?
Yes,
other thing you
absolutely.
Occasionally,
In fact,
occasionally you work in the ones with the rounded corners.
yeah.
Oh, new update to cluster
if you wanna
design
get
version
fancy.
2.0.
Those rounded corners are fancy looking to me because for a very, very, very long time of my life, those were like so hard to do in like HTML.
Right.
So
Oh, you
it's
put
like,
time into
yeah,
this.
rounded corners, bringing out the big guns.
Maybe a gradient here or there. Yeah. The hard stuff.
Maybe this is a good opportunity for us to just like surface into this chat that we have SIG Multicluster intro and deep dive at KubeCon. Laura's already mentioned that she and Stephen have a talk at KubeCon. Also, I will be there virtually. I'll just be bringing a toothbrush and an extension cord. But I think that Laura, you said that you'll be there IRL, right?
Yes, I am going to be there IRL. So if anybody else will be there IRL, we should totally meet up.
Awesome.
I will bring slides.
I don't think anyone doubts that.
I will print out slides for our IRL meeting.
Yeah. All right. Sounds like we maybe talked through for the day, but I'll just also call out, we'd love to hear what folks are doing. Not every part of this SIG's life needs to be focused on like efforts by the SIG. If you have an interesting project you want to share with us, I would personally love to hear more about it, or love to hear about it. Feel free, to like put stuff on the agenda and show us what you got. Okie doke.
Right.
Well, it sounds like we're done for today. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you real soon.
See you all.
Bye.
Bye.